just feel like so many people are trying to steal our culture, or I should say borrow our culture, and being that this is becoming a lost art, I try to do as much as I can. Even I don't care if nobody ever buys another basket from me. I like to bring attention to the art itself. And that's my focus. And doing interviews and doing magazine pieces and stuff like that is to bring attention to the art itself. Like I said, if I never sell another basket, as long as the ladies, who are on in Mount Pleasant on Highway 17 start getting business, because all of this, I am all for it.
How long have you been doing it?
Gosh, maybe 10 years.
10
Believe
years?
it or not,
Okay.
yes.
Right.
I'm one of the late bloomers.
Okay.
My grandmother passed away several years ago, and when she passed away, I had learned. She tried to teach me maybe about 15 years ago, because at that time, that's when we found out that she could actually do the baskets. And the only reason she was doing them is because my grandmother was always ripping and roaring, and she had an accident. And so she couldn't get up and drive around like she used to. So she was sitting in the house making baskets. And it's like, how in the world? We never knew that you could do this. And she was in her 70s. And she's like, oh, yeah. So she tried to teach me and got a little frustrated because I'm left-handed and she's right-handed. And it was like, at one point, she just gave me the stuff and said, you just figure it out. So, but yeah, she got me into... She started me with it, but just being an Air Force spouse and moving so often, I just never really, had time to like work on it because I didn't always have access to the resources. So when she passed away several years ago, I just was like, I really don't want to let that tradition die with her. So I found out that she had taught one of my cousins. I contacted my cousin Carla, and she was like, well, I don't really do it that much, but, I'll help you as much as I can. And it kind of went from there. And so it's just kind of took off after that. Yeah. So, but yes, unfortunately, I'm not one of the people that started at 4 or 5 or anything like that. I started in my 30s. All right. So this is one of my grandmothers. Like I said, she was really big on the in and out style. And she used to always tell us she didn't want us to give her baskets to anybody because she didn't want anybody trying to copy her style of doing it. But she did these in and out baskets. So if you see her palm goes in this direction to the left. So I'm left-handed. So all of my palm goes in a opposite direction. All of my palm goes to the right. So yeah, but that's what the difference is.
I love it. So this is a right-handed.
That's a right-handed. And this is left-handed. But I used my nail bone. I use my little kitty scissors. I actually use a nail clipper to clip my little, instead of scissors, to clip like any little loose strings and stuff. I just found it was much easier for me to do that than with the scissors. But yeah, I can get a lot closer and but that's what I use. I actually use a nail clipper.
Mm-hmm. So to clip off the extra edges?
To clip it, like if I have a little piece hanging off here, or even when I start my if I'm like doing one here and then I'm like this little piece is sticking out, I'll usually just take that came off the palm, I'll just take the little clipper. To me, it's just easier.
And then just be done with it.
Yeah, because I can get a lot closer to it.
Okay.
So
what do you use the scissors for?
The scissors are really just for cutting my, when I pull out my grass, I just don't like these edges. I just cut it all even and straight, you know, for when I want to feed it. That's just what I do. I know most people just take it and just stick it in there, but I like to just kind of cut it even. And of course my scissors are for when I need to cut off any palm.
Okay.
As I'm working. And then because I have to steal time throughout the day because I work full time, I actually use a timer to help me keep track of how long I'm working on a basket. Because otherwise I would never know. Because sometimes it might take me 2 or 3 weeks to do something that it might take somebody else. Somebody might be able to do in a day, but because I'm only stealing time here and there, I don't realize that it's like, oh, that only took like 10 hours. It felt like.
So every basket you time yourself?
Yes, I actually, and sometimes, let me turn this one on. If I have an idea, I bought a timer that has 3 different, so I may have 2 or 3 different projects going on in different timers set. So I have to remember to mark down which one is which. But sometimes if I get an idea and I want to start a second one, it's just so much easier. But yes, I actually use a little kitchen timer. Working on my branding in the past year or so. So whenever I can, I just kind of follow different companies, and whenever they have different specials or deals going on, I'm like, oh, I could, you know, I'm going to try that. I get something with my logo or my picture on it. So I did have a young lady do my picture for me, and it was very important to me that when she did the sweetgrass baskets in the back, that she had them going in the direction that I would, as a left-hander, do my baskets. So that was very important to me, and she made sure she included that detail in my graphic. So this company had some playing cards on sale that I could get my logo or my graphic put on, and I was like, oh my gosh.
That's dope.
So that and then I found these full graphic cleaning cloths for like your glasses or electronics, and it really came out much better than I thought.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, that came out dope. I just picked a picture that I really liked of my work, and I love these.
What is your message to the artisans and the connoisseurs of sweetgrass baskets?
I think definitely just keep doing what you're doing. I mean, because some people put out some magnificent work. And I think, too, don't be afraid of the internet. Don't be afraid of going to online shops and reaching out to people that way. I think a lot of the older people who've been doing it, that's going to be hard for them. They're going to have a difficult time with that. But I think that's the next wave. And also, I think consider shipping even outside of the country, because there are people outside of the country, I think, that really want this work. And just that, yeah, that's.
Thank you. I appreciate that.